In this video, we're going to talk about billing models for law firms that actually make a profit. Now, let's be real. They don't teach business in law school. And what happens is when law firm owners start their own business, they lean on their experience having worked for another law firm, many of them coming from big law. What that means is we're trying to mimic a business model that worked for a very large law firm and do that for a very small law firm. And that doesn't work. The billing model you likely observed was the hourly billing model. And the hourly billing model may work for some law firms, but for most, it is highly inefficient, contentious with your client, and not effective for running a profitable business. Let me explain. The first challenge that hourly billing model presents is that it creates an inherent conflict between the attorney and the client. On the one hand, the client retained you so that you can represent them and get them a win. But at the same time, they want you to do it for as little as possible. And when you're billing hourly, that's something that they now monitor at every step of the way. What if they didn't have to watch that? What if they knew beforehand how much it would cost to get this resolution? How much easier would this relationship be? The second challenge that the hourly billing model presents is that it incentivizes inefficiencies. What do I mean by this? It makes sense when you're running a business to have the less expensive way to do something be the way that you go. However, when it comes to a law firm with hourly billing, the only way to collect money is for the work that's done by the lawyer or by the paralegal. What that does is it creates a situation where you don't want to automate. You don't want to delegate to somebody who's not a biller. And essentially, it's going to cost more for the client to get the same work done as opposed to alternative billing models. The last piece of this hourly billing model puzzle is discounting. The hourly billing model really sets you up to have to discount your services. Sure, you could say no, but Clio did a study in 2021. And what they found is that after all the discounting, a law firm that charged $400 an hour ended up really charging $240 an hour. Here's how it works. You have a billing process where you process all the bills for your clients. You usually do it once a month. When you do that, you go through and you look at the time entries and you say, well, this shouldn't have taken this long. Let me chop it down. What ends up happening is that you actually don't end up billing for the actual time spent. You end up billing for the time that you think it should have been spent. Then the client receives the bill, which starts another round of discounting when they reach out and say, hey, I don't really think I should be charged for this phone call because it was based on a thing that was caused by you. Or I don't really think that this thing took this long. Or I just need help to lower this bill. Can you help me? And what happens is that you then further discount your services. You're setting yourself up for this situation when you are in the hourly billing model. A small law firm can thrive and be highly profitable if they adopt alternative fee models. There are many different types of alternative fee models, and I'm going to run through them in this video, but we're not going to go into the detail here. Instead, we're going to have separate videos in this channel that are going to talk about each of them. So if you want to know when those are released, make sure to hit the subscribe button so you get notified. The first is contingency fee. Contingency fee is basically where you don't get paid until the client gets a win. The second is flat fee. Flat fee is where you predetermine what's going to go into the work for this particular file, and then you present a dollar amount to the client. When you present that dollar amount, the client can choose whether to move forward or not. They're not left with an open-ended question mark of what is this going to cost to get done. Another form of flat fee is value-based pricing. With value-based pricing, you make an assessment of what the value of the service is to the client, and then you present a flat fee that is within the realm of possibility for that value. For example, if the value of the services you're going to provide can potentially net them $100,000, you can present a fee of $10,000, and it's a no-brainer for them to say, yes, I'll spend $10,000 so I can save or make $100,000. Another alternative fee arrangement is the subscription model. The subscription model is really cool because every client you get becomes recurring revenue into your firm. Now, it's not for everybody because it requires you to provide services that somebody would want some sort of risk management on their end to receive. So essentially, they're paying a monthly fee to prevent a large bill that's unexpected. So it's not for everybody, but it may be something that works for you depending on your specific practice area. Before I cover the last one, We created a guide to alternative fee arrangements, and you can download it today at profitwithlaw.com/fee. The last one is the hybrid billing model. This is where we marry a combination of billing models. It could be any combination. So for example, let's say you're a family lawyer and you know that the first part of a divorce is pretty much cookie cutter for everybody. There's the same steps involved. However, if you're in a contentious divorce, it will end up in court, and that's unpredictable. So you may have the initial part of the case start with a flat fee and then transition to an hourly billing model when it goes to the contentious part of the divorce. Another example might be if you're trying to establish a contingency fee practice, but you don't have the cash flow or the ability to carry your clients through to the end. There, you might give a nominal hourly fee up front and then lower the percentage that you're taking on the end, and marrying the hourly billing model with the contingency fee model so you get the best of both worlds. The client is going to get to keep more money at the end, and as long as they have the cash to front, they're going to really like that arrangement. So if you want help choosing the right model for you, you might want to consider checking out our elite coaching program, where we work side by side with law firm owners to help them navigate the growth and profitability of their law firm. You can learn more at profitwithlaw.com/elite.